So makeup basics. So the makeup basics are practically concealers, foundation, powder, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, blush, and lipstick. So if you can view my screen right now, I'll be sharing to you what products I use basically. So it's for my everyday, it is the Natural Actor, this one. This is your holy grail for your everyday look. Aside from that, if you're going out, parties, events, weddings, whatsoever, it is the Tarte Shape Tape. These two are your only concealers you should have in your lifetime, honestly. Okay, so for foundation or tinted moisturizer, what I use every day for my tinted moisturizer, I don't use foundation every day, is this Baby Pores Powder Emulsion from Cloud Cosmetics. I also resell this in Bare Naked Cosmetics on Instagram, so let me know. This is really nice because it's a cream material, but then when you put it on your skin, it becomes powdery. So yeah, it closes your pores, you know, your pores are seamless. So if ever when I'm in Siargao or I'm in the beach, I use this. This is the Bello Tinted Sunscreen. This is also very much a holy grail. It gives you that summer look, summer glow. So actually, even though if you're not in the beach, this actually gives you the look that you came from the beach and whatnot, yeah. And then for my foundation when I go out, honestly, I do not use foundation when I go out. I still go back to this. This is actually a really good concealer, and it's also really thick. So when putting on concealer or concealer slash foundation when going out, it's always on your under your eyes in a T form, your head, your nose, your chin, and yeah, those places where you want to conceal. So for powder, you always have to have two shades because one is usually just the transparent one, and two is like the colored one. So my transparent one is either this one, the RCMA No Color Powder, and this is for going out, and then this one is No Cebu Mineral Powder for my daily powder. So that's one, the non-colored ones. And then for the colored ones, I use none other than Beignet banana powder. This is for going out only though, because it's also really, it really makes your face bake. Yeah. So for eyeshadow, 3 or 4 basic colors will do. For me, since I'm kind of tan, I believe that the browns would do good for me. Actually, right now, I really love, a lot of people love the Naked 3-2-1 palette, which is the longer one. But honestly, for me, I really like this. The Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. I believe I got this from Pro Tools as well in Pop District Bazaar. So I'll show you the colors. It is very neutral, very basic. So that's really all you need. Maybe just the first 4 or the last 4. Yeah. Well, if you actually go to Sephora, if you have the chance, there are a lot of makeup brands that sell their palettes in smaller sizes. So like this one, the Tarte Flirt. They have a smaller size. It has 6 shades, and it's also very, very like go-to. And also another one that I love that I will share to you. I just recently got this. It was a gift from a friend, Weena. Thank you, Weena, if you're watching. This is from Morphe, and this has also 4 colors, I believe. Oh, okay, that's 4. So those are the colors I personally use. It's very earthy, very neutral, very just browns and beiges, yeah. So for eyeliner, I believe everyone needs a pencil and a pen. I used to honestly gel eyeliner, but sometimes it just gets so hard to take off when you're removing it, and my lashes also come off. So I prefer right now is the pens, which specifically I use. Oh, I guess I don't have my Kat Von D, but that's the number one, Kat Von D, when you're going out. This one I use for my daily hyper sharp liner from Maybelline. It was also a gift. Yeah. So a clue, always get the felt tip. That's the easiest one to put on and take off. Just make sure it is waterproof. And for pencil, I'll share to you a technique right now, what I do for pencil, especially if you have big eyes like me. It's just a normal pencil, a black one, or if not brown, if you don't want it too strong. So what I do, I don't know if a lot of you ask me what I do, like my friends, they just chat me what I do, because on my IGTV, it's sometimes too fast for them to see what I really do. So now I'll get to you live. With this pencil, if you have big eyes, you don't want to put it under your eyes because it will just make you look like more emo, but lain siya tanaw. So what I do, I just put it above, like that. Yeah. So that's it. You can try this technique in black or brown. And then, so for mascara, I use this one for my daily. Ay, natangtang na siya. But anyways, this is Full and Soft from Maybelline. Although this is not available in the Philippines yet. It's been so long since it hasn't been. But this is only available in the States. You can get it in a Walgreens or a Target. It's also not that expensive. So yeah. Because I like this, because I also sometimes get eyelash extensions. And then this one, the Full and Soft by Maybelline, has a vitamin C or D, I'm not so sure, but it has some kind of vitamin that after your eyelash extensions, they always say to make your lashes rest for a month, for the next month. So the next month, instead of wearing extensions, I use mascara, and this really helps in making your lashes grow back, because the eyelash extensions does let your lashes come off. So for blush, I have a lot of choices for blush actually, but my favorite is NARS. NARS, not in Orgasm, but in Torrid. Yeah, a lot of people like Orgasm or Super Orgasm, but I guess for me, for my tan skin, I like the Torrid better for my daily blush. But for going out, I use this Bare Minerals in General Nude, and then I top that off with Be a Light by Becca in their blush. So yeah, that is also very much my holy grail. Too bad this is already phased out. So they sell the pieces in singles now. They don't have the whole set anymore. Yeah. So for, anyways, so I did put powder and then tint and cream. For tint and cream, for special dailies or you're on the go, or you just want to like refresh your face, I do have tints, of course, by Allen Cosmetics. I also do resell this in Bare Naked Cosmetics on our Instagram, so check this out. For cream, I also like this one from Cloud Cosmetics. I forgot which one this is called, but yeah, it is a cream, or a cream that is in tube. Very nice. And then for lipstick, well, a lot as well. But right now, my go-to is my YSL, which I got in Korea. And this is, my go-to color is always just like a mauve, pinkish color for my tone. I cannot really see myself in a red lipstick. I feel like it's just too strong for my face and my skin. But yeah, I'm more of the natural lip, neutral lip. And so lip gloss, of course, I really like these two. It's either Too Faced Lip Injection or the Buxom. Uh, this is also like a lip filler kind of lip gloss. So these two. Don't get any other lip gloss, I swear. And for lip pencil, the Kylie lip pencils are actually very good. They have those color. Most of her lip pencils matches with different lipsticks from different brands. So hers are also really good, but sometimes not always accessible here in Cebu, where you still have to buy it from someone else. But if you want something like on hand, you can get it right away. MAC lip pencils are also really good. Mine is in Nice and Spicy and Spice. Yeah, for a more neutral tone. Okay, so here you can see on the screen, so if you can go back on the slides on the presentation, I put it here, I placed here the drugstore starter makeup, and for like what we could really just grab from the drugstore or Watson's or even SM department store, these are all available. And then if you're the kind of girl who just doesn't have the time to put everything on you, so you just need 5 easy makeup products, which is just like a lip balm, a blush, a little concealer and mascara. And on the right hand side, you'll see basic makeup essentials for beginners. So I think the one I placed on the right hand side is more of those makeup essentials for those who are like attending events, weddings, debuts. Those are the kind of products you would need to put on a full face. So next are essential tools for makeup. So it's basically just 4 essential tools, I believe. It's facial spray, your brushes, your sponge, and eyelash curler. Other than that, you won't be needing. So for your facial spray, um, you have to know what is your skin. You have to be able to identify if you're oily or dry, or you're a combination, or if you're sensitive or allergic to what kind of ingredient, really. So you know how to choose. For facial spray, what I use, because I am really oily, if you can check back on my screen, this is actually just very cheap. This is over like 100 something, probably below 200. It's a Nishido Makeup Finish Makeup Setting Spray. This is the first thing I spray on my face before anything else. So right after moisturizer, I put on this, and then powder, and then concealer and foundation. So that's how I stop the oil from coming out of my skin. Or if I'm just like freshening up, I'm not like washing my face or whatever, I do the Mario Badescu Skincare Rose Water. It's a really good just refresher. And then to just set everything, if I'm going out, if it's a long day, a long event, like for example, Pop District Bazaar, me and Charm usually try to go with a nice face, would put makeup on. I know it's a long day. So I do put Urban Decay All-Nighter. It's an all-nighter, even though Pop District Bazaar isn't at night, but yeah, I'm there for the whole 10 hours or so. So this is also a very much holy grail. I really recommend everyone to get this. And if it's not so much of a long night, if it's just like you're attending a wedding or a party, it's best to, and you like that dewy look, Tatcha is also a very much holy grail. So it's basically just this 3 for me and nothing else. Okay. So for brushes, okay, here. If you can go back to the presentation screen, you can see there only brushes you need, which is a highlight and contour, a blush, a foundation or foundation, concealer, and setting powder, which is like a beauty blender and just one eyeshadow brush, and then for your brows. So that's just like what you need for your daily, really. And then on the other side, there's more than just 5 brushes I mentioned. These brushes I believe you would be needing for a fuller face. Yeah, and I believe that you should really invest in good brushes. You know, it doesn't really matter honestly on your palettes if they're not so expensive. I mean, there are affordable palettes, makeup palettes that are really good that you can just find over at Watson's or SM department store products. Yeah, those are really good. But if you have good makeup brushes, not to mention, you know, just real techniques, though they are the bomb. Yeah. So it's best to invest in good makeup brushes. Don't keep buying palettes, expensive palettes, when your brushes cannot suffice. Yes, power to that. So shopping for supply. Here in the screen, you can see Sephora and Watson's. These are examples of places where you can get legit makeup products. So please don't, it's best not to get, you know, makeup products that are fake or just knockoffs, because not only will it give you a bad outcome of your product, you might also get like allergies, or, you know, it would be actually a waste of money, because not only will it color well, you'll also get allergies in your face, then you'd have to go to a derma and so on and so forth. So department stores, for example, you can get department store brands, are example, which are really good for me, are Elf. I'm not so sure if Elf is back actually in Watson's, because the last time I checked in Watson's Ayala, they weren't there, because I was looking for a specific blush and bronzer compact. But I saw them in SMC side department store, so they were there. Elf, Happy Skin, and Intuit. Actually, yeah, Intuit and I go way, way back in high school. I still believe in Intuit till today. So these 3 products you can get in department stores. And then in drugstores and pharmacies, I would say Watson's would be a drugstore. Pharmacies like Rose Pharmacy, you can get actually Careline blushes are also very good from there, and they're affordable. Their orangey tone blush, that's really nice. And then also Everbelena also has really good eyeliner. So the eyeliner I have right here, the pencil eyeliner, this is from Revlon though, but Everbelena can also give you a really nice product for this. And I also really love the Pond's BB powder, the pink powder. Those are also a holy grail for drugstore and pharmacy products. So for beauty supplies and shops, I would say online sellers. So the only online seller I could think of right now is Pro Tools. Pro Tools is usually always complete with whatever you're trying to look for that are not available in the Philippines, or yeah, all these luxury brands and good brands, good products that are not available here. You can get it from Pro Tools, and they ship nationwide, or you can pick up at their store. So for beauty stores, for examples that are available here in Cebu would be Beauty Bar. If I remember correctly, right before the lockdown, they already reopened in Ayala. Of course, those beauty superstores that aren't available here, sadly, would be Sephora and Ulta. For specialty stores, these would be I would say stores selling indie brands. So of course, always be welcome to try brands that aren't famous yet, but you never know, they have a good product, and soon, you know, they'll be very much expensive. Or other specialty stores would be stores selling organic makeup. I think Healthy Options, if I am not mistaken, they also have some healthy organic makeup in there, or vegan makeup. Also, specialty stores would be startup brands like, again, I'd mention Allen Cosmetics and Cloud Cosmetics, which Bare Naked are reselling for Cebu. So yeah. Also, catalogs, or today would be the internet. The internet is very much easy here to look for makeup products and to see reviews and to try to check what kind of shades are for you. Yeah. So purchasing do's and don'ts in these stores, I would say, would do buy multi-purpose makeups such as the lip and cheek combination. So a lot of brands are making the lip and cheek combination, just like Allen Cosmetics. These tints are for cheek and lip, so it's a multi-purpose one. Also, if you do shop in these stores, do shop during daylight, not at night. Even though it's indoors, there would be still some kind of light coming in from the windows. So it does do a big difference in trying to look for your shade. That I also realized. And don't equate dermatologist tested with better quality. So a lot of brands would say they're dermatologist tested or physician tested or whatsoever. Yeah, don't trust that all the time. It's better to just try it yourselves or view reviews on YouTube. So makeup care. First, you have to examine the contents of your makeup bag, drawer, or cabinet. So that's the number one thing, because these makeups are like just all over the place. We clean our floor, we clean our desks, but once you go in there, it's all powdery and all that. So make sure you always clean that from time to time. Get like a Q-tip or a cotton swab to clean out edges of your bag or your drawer and whatsoever. And next is to take out anything that is in a broken container or a missing cap. So for liquid foundations, you can transfer into a fresh bottle or scoop out creams or lipsticks and move them into a smaller container or pellet and place capless pencils into a Ziploc. So for broken powder blushes and other pressed powder compacts, I'm sorry to say, but they are irreparable. So they should be tossed because that is also very unhygienic. And even though you try to just close them back into the compact, they will always just come out your makeup bag and it will make your whole makeup bag just dirty. So weekly maintenance is far easier than semi-annual overhauls. So for brushes, I would have, before this class, I was looking for my disinfectant to show you guys, but I'm sorry, I have not located it. But anyways, for my brushes, I do wash my brushes. Like, it would be better if I washed it once a week every time, because every time I use it weekly. But I honestly just wash it just a month using just a mild or even just baby soap, liquid soap. Put them like in a basin and then just let it soak off. And then after that, I also have this cleaning makeup mat, I think that's what you call it. And then you just brush it off in a circular motion softly to not break them. And then I also got this disinfectant spray I got from Sephora when I was in the States. So before they all dry, when they're still wet, I spray them all with disinfectant spray and then just let them air dry. For sponges, I do the same, mild or baby soap. Squeeze out all that foundation that it has accumulated. And then the technique for sponges, especially nowadays, we're all about beauty blenders, is like this. If you can, see my screen talking right now, I will demonstrate how you're supposed to clean your sponge or let them dry. Make sure it's not just laying down like on a towel. It's better if they're up, because if you leave them laying down, they would deform and it won't give you the proper blending method. It's better to have them up that way. So yeah. For the eyelash curler, what I do is, if I don't want to purchase a new one, I just take out this rubber, and you can always just wash this. If it hasn't broken yet in between, you can wash it from time to time. A lot of people I know put mascara on first before curling their eyelashes, and then that's what causes their eyelashes to stick on the eyelash curler and then make it all dirty na in the back. But actually for me, I would recommend to curl your lashes first and then put mascara, so the mascara doesn't stick on your eyelash curler, and of course it doesn't pull off your eyelashes. So for the eyelashes itself, actually I have a lot of eyelashes, and the technique really to preserve them, even though they say they are disposable, but like for example, I love Pro Tools eyelashes, and I always want to keep them because I don't know when's the next time I would be able to purchase from them. What I do is you take them off after your night, after your event. You soak them in a mild or baby soap and water solution overnight, and then you would see that the glue would kind of come off na slowly from the eyelash. And then you can also, what do you call this? On a cotton pad, you put your makeup remover, micellar water, and then you also soak that for a few minutes, and then you can just peel off the glue from the eyelash, and it is amazing. So that's how you care for your eyelash extension. Yeah. So here, if you can see back on the presentation screen, I listed down some of the makeup products and their expiration dates. Although they should be stating it on the makeup when it does expire, but sometimes because it's so long, you won't be able to see it anymore. But it's best to always, get a marker and write down when you open this this product, this palette, this bottle, so you know when also to toss it out. I know sometimes we won't be able to finish a bottle of foundation in 2 years, and it's been kind of expensive in purchasing it, but it's better to just let go. Funny, what's her name? That you have to say that you've done me justice or something like that. Yeah. So just toss it out when it expires, because it would also give you acne in the long run, and then you'd have more problems. So next, I guess we're on the techniques. I did promise I'll do a short demo on how I do my own face. So okay. So if you're watching my screen right now, I'll show you how I do my face. We'll start with this concealer, this Tarte Shape Tape. So in putting on concealer, it's usually you do a triangle form, not a blotting. So like that. And then since I'm breaking out right now, I also cover my pimples. And then also put in your forehead. And then on your nose line. And then you get your sponge. This is for real techniques. This isn't a beauty blender, which actually I find this one better than beauty blender. And then you just moisten it with your rose water spray. And then you blend. So yeah, you make sure that you follow the triangle formation that you just made. And then sometimes it goes all the way out here. That's fine. And you put it on your eyes to also give a base to your eyes. Okay, for those who are asking, I'm using Shape Tape in medium because I feel like I got darker. But sometimes I also use light medium. Either of the two. And I think those two colors are best for Filipina colors. Like most of my friends I know that who has this concealer also is in medium or light medium. And then for your nose line, you just go here. And then use this side, the flatter side, for my forehead. And then for this side, I also use the flatter side to cover up my pimples. So I'm breaking out right now because I haven't been eating too well. My boyfriend cooks crazy. Very oily food. Please feel free to open your mics and just ask me questions, while I'm doing this. Anyone who has questions? So after after the concealer, I set it with powder. For now, I'm just going to use this Innisfree non-sebum mineral powder. So this is colorless. Just pat, pat, pat. Yeah. I usually just put powder on my T-zone because that's where I'm very much oily. So that's basically how I do my face. Oh, okay, face, if we're talking about faces, go with the blush. So I'm gonna use the NARS Torrid, and then I'm gonna use this angled blush brush. So my technique on putting on blush is to smile. Others do this, yeah, but I prefer to smile because you want to, bring out your cheekbones. So smile. So to set this blush, we're going to go with Bia Light Becca, and we're going to use her blush. And this is going to be amazing, the difference to this and what I had earlier. If you could see. Yeah.
Rube, someone asked what disinfectant spray do you use for your brush?
It's from Sephora. It's just one product from Sephora that they call it a disinfectant spray. The brand is Sephora. Yeah, but I haven't found any other store yet who's selling that. Actually, to be honest, all I found was Sephora. So yeah, that's what I use. Unfortunately, I misplaced it somewhere here. I just used it because I was cleaning my brushes, and then I was going to get ready with it because I knew I would talk about it, but then yeah, I could not find it. I'm sorry, but it does look like this lang. It's just a black spray bottle as well. It just looks like this, a black spray bottle, exactly like this size also. So if you're out to look for it, yeah. And then for
I think some of them are also asking for a list of the products that you recommended. Maybe we can post it in the group later. Yeah.
I can post this. I'll do a summary of all the products I use. For another part of my face would be contouring. I use this Hoola, or for going out, which is like thicker makeup, I use the Fenty Beauty in Mocha. But right now, since I'm just home and I'm just gonna wash off my face, I'll just use this for now. And it comes with a little brush already that's perfect for contouring. So my secret to contouring is you form a number 3 on your face. So here, 3. It starts from here, your hairline, and then curves to your temple, and then down to your cheekbones, below your cheekbones. So, like that. And then you take the excess here, and then down, and then to your temples, and then down here. Yeah. So here, and then excess down here, and then temples, and yeah. And then sometimes I want to go here under my face for a more defined look. But that's for more of like events during the night. Okay, so for my eyes, technique for my eyes. A lot of people ask me how I do my eyeliner. Sometimes I like doing full eyeliner, which is from here all the way to the end. But during the day or like just a normal day out for coffee, I like doing this new technique I just learned. I forgot from who though. It's just a half eyeliner. So it makes you have like a pin-up girl look if you want to achieve that kind of look. Or yeah, whatsoever. It also makes your eyes pop. So if you have smaller eyes, chunkier eyes, the half eyeliner technique would also work on you. So the secret to good eyeliner is a good felt tip pen. It's always just felt tip. Yeah. This is also very easy to put on and very easy to wash off. So what I do, you go to the side parts of your eye, flick it, and then I try not to close my eyes because I want to see how large I want to go. And then because it's a felt tip, it's very bendable. So you try to reach that end part of the eyeliner and just go like that. And then color in. And then you go all the way to the middle of your eye. If you could see a difference to it. I'll do the other eye as well. So you just flick from the corner. And then just bend. And then color in. Tip for beginners, I actually honestly did not try it, but I know a lot of people this is a technique that helped them train themselves. Other people would put scotch tape right here from below your lash line and then here and then put the eyeliner. And then after perfecting or filling it in, you take out the scotch tape and you have a perfect wing. That's also a cheat. So aside from having a good felt tip eyeliner, you can also use the scotch tape method. That's also very easy. Yeah. So I hope that answered you. And then for another technique with eyes is the eyelash curler. What I do, I always curl my lashes before mascara and in three presses. So 3 presses because I start from the very closest part to my eyelid, and then in the middle, and then in the outer part. So that, because if you keep pressing it the closest to your eyelid, it will give you just straight up lashes, and it's not really good to look at. And it's also hard to put mascara on if you have just straight lashes that goes up. So I like to make sure it's a curve. So you curl nearest your eyelid, and then in the middle, and then all the way on top, and then I'll give you a curve. Although for chinkier eyes, I believe it's actually nicer or better if you have eyelashes that really go like that, and then put mascara, because your eyelashes are so downward, it will let it, the mascara and the curling of your eyelashes that goes all the way up will, give you the whole day that your lashes will stay up, if I explained that correctly. And then for if you want me to go further with the eyeshadow, I'll just do a very quick one lang. Basically, you're just supposed to use three colors: the lightest color, a medium, and a darker color. So, for example, sometimes actually even for me, I like using two colors lang. Well, let's use this one, the gaze color, this one. So this is just to base your eyes. Although I'm doing this wrong. You're supposed to do eyeshadow first and then your eyeliner and mascara. But anyways, you base it with your lightest color all the way here. And then you have your second tone. Maybe I'll choose maybe this one, Playful. And then usually the second tone is the one in the inside or in the inner part of your eye. Just, just a little semicircle. There. As you can see, you just do it here, like on the lid. There. That's your second color, like the medium shade. And then if you want more of a dramatic look, the lightest and the medium for just here your lids. And then if you want a more dramatic look, then you go a little darker. I'll use Snuggle, this one, the darkest brown. And see, honestly, you can just use one eyeshadow brush for everything. Don't be afraid of color. If you're not so confident with like brighter colors or even the smoky eye, it's nice to stay with the neutral, like this palette. Even me myself, I like staying with the neutrals long if it's just like a normal night out with friends or dinner with friends. So yeah, and it doesn't hurt. It's okay to stick with the neutrals. So again, it's just three colors: the lightest, the medium, and then the darkest. So the darkest, it doesn't mean it has to go all the way black. It could be just a dark brown. And then not even a chocolate brown, even just this kind of brown. I don't know if you're seeing it correctly, but yeah, just like that. And then here it's in the corners. And then you just go through your crease like so. It's always here your corners, and then you spread it toward inward or up. Yeah, and then you create a more dramatic look. Guys, please feel free to ask me what other difficulties you have with eyeshadow. I can explain further or try to help you out. Okay, one technique is never forget, if you're putting eyeshadow on top, never forget whatever you put on top, you're supposed to put on the bottom part of your eyes. So the first one, I used a fluffy brush. Now I am looking for my, okay, here. For the top part of your eyes, I'm using a fluffier brush like this. So for the three colors, you can honestly just use one brush. Just make sure you do the lightest color first towards the darkest, because you don't want to do the darkest and towards the lightest, because the colors will mix and it won't look that nice. So whatever you put on top, you put on the bottom. So here, this is a smaller brush. This is also actually an essential brush. So it's easier to put on your lower lash line. So we'll do just the two colors, the medium and the darkest for this one. So it's more dramatic, more sexy looking. So here, for the medium color, you put it on the corners of your eye, towards the center, just like that. Corner of your eye and center. Just to give you a more dramatic eye. You're going out or attending a wedding or a debut, but don't want to look too much, just, you know, pretty lang. Presentable. And then for the darker color, it's in the middle and toward out. What I like doing is from here, from that corner, I like flicking it toward upward. So it gives you a nice round eye. And then here, middle, and then side, and then flick it upward. Oh, you know what an honest cheat is? I mean, I even do it myself. If you want to, like, you have to make sure the colors go together, of course. So let's see, what bright palette do I have here? This was actually pretty neutral long, this one, or this one. A cheat is actually you get the colors you want to mix with each other from the same palette, because these makers make sure from one palette everyone just complements, each one just complements each other. So yeah, as well as this. Or you go to Google and then you see, and I actually did try this. Like I wanted to do like a bright colored makeup look, like a red and a blue. So you can go to that color wheel and see which goes together. Or yeah, I that's my cheat. That's my technique on doing it. It's either you use the same palette from what palettes you want to choose from, or you look at the color wheel. If you want to go like to brighter shades and you want to make sure it's safer, then I would guess that. Yeah. Yes, I do. Actually, skin is very much important. You know, honestly, you won't be able to get a good makeup look if you don't have good skin. Good skin is also like the number one. That's the number one rule to have good makeup is good skin. So always make sure you moisturize, or if you have tired eyes, make sure you put your eye cream, you put serum, and make sure all of that skin regimes you do just goes into your skin before you apply your first makeup product. Another technique would do, like for example, what Huda did to her palette. Um, she has glitter in her palette, but then if you actually try it, it doesn't really like stick to the eye. Wait, it actually, you know, it actually just falls off. Although that's very much pigmented, but yeah, it actually just falls off. So what she did, she added a concealer choice there, and then that's the technique. You put concealer on first, and then the color, like yellow or red. If you don't have a concealer in the palette, like normal concealer would do, something that is wet, and then put it on. If you don't have concealer at all, it's okay to slightly wet the palette and then mix it there. It's actually honestly just like you're painting. Yeah. Oh. Going ahead, I'm done with the contouring na. I guess next would be my lip technique. Okay, lip technique. Number one rule is lip balm. I use Kiehl's, but any lip balm would do, chapstick, or even just petroleum jelly would do. That's the first thing you put on your lips when putting on lipstick. Like so. And then to give it like, you know, fuller lips or Kylie Jenner lips, if you want to achieve that, you use lip liner. So lip liner, the technique to putting this is putting it slightly extended from your original lip line. But you don't want to go too much because it might look so fake now. So I'll just demonstrate to you guys how I do it. I put a small smirk or a stretch on lips. Yeah, so it's just like that. First, you go here and you create a cross mark right there down towards your lip. And then here and a cross mark. And then you fill in here on the sides and then down here. Me, personally, I like it when the lower lip is more extended than the upper lip. So it looks like I have a fuller lower lip, I guess. And then another technique would be to color in the middle, like so. Just like that. You barely see it, but it would do wonders. So technique is to cross and then fill in the middle. And then for your lipstick, it's just to simply swipe it on. Although, like when I used to do a lot of makeup on people, I don't just swipe it on right away. I use a lipstick brush. And honestly, a lipstick brush also works really well so that it gives you a more full look and that full color. Yeah. And then just technique to gloss is just to put it in your inner lip and nowhere else. Just right here. Yeah. So it's not too much. And then you set everything with setting spray. My favorite, and will always be my favorite, is this Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist. And that's it. Okay, so those are my techniques. I hope I explained it well. If you want, please feel free to ask me